Why do we use such graphic pictures on our signs in public outreach? Good question. Hey guys, Seth here. Using abortion victim photography is a controversial topic even among those holding to the pro-life view, and understandably so. I mean, these are pictures of dead babies put on signs for the public to see. So why is our group, Created Equal, so committed to this tactic? First off, we use abortion victim photography because these pictures provide objective, undeniable evidence that abortion is an act that tears apart an embryo or fetus who is clearly a human being. And after all, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so while it is true that you can't have meaningful dialogue without these images, it is also true that no amount of words spoken or ink spilled could ever capture how horrible abortion is in the same way one single picture can. At our outreaches, we try to talk to as many people as possible, but we cannot speak to every single person who might walk, bike, or drive by. Even those willing to speak to us might be too busy that day or might have someone else they're already speaking to. But when we have pictures on our signs, we are able to reach everyone in some way within eyesight of our display. Also consider this. The pro-life movement is not the first to use this tactic. As long as photography has existed, victim images have been used to expose injustice that might otherwise remain hidden. Think back to your high school or middle school days where you saw probably for the first time pictures of people killed during the Holocaust. Or think about efforts to expose the Rwandan genocide, efforts against human slavery, or even anti-drunk driving campaigns. These use victim images. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., in his famous letter from a Birmingham city jail, he tells us why this is. He writes, "Like a boil that never can be cured as long as it is covered up, but must be exposed with all its ugliness to the natural medicines of air and light, injustice must be exposed, with all the tension its exposure creates, to the light of human conscience and the air of national opinion." Now, Dr. King was, of course, speaking about efforts against racism, but his words still ring true in our efforts today against ageism. But all this raises an important question. What about children who might walk by and see the pictures on our signs? After all, Created Equal outreaches take place in areas designed for those of high school age and older, but sometimes children might be present. Writer-speaker Stephanie Gray Connors asks a powerful question in response. Which is worse, a child seeing an abortion image or a child becoming an abortion image? It truly speaks to our cultural obsession with preserving feelings above human lives that we are more concerned with showing abortion pictures than we are with the reality revealed by the abortion pictures. But let me give you one more thought as you think about your personal views toward using these photos in public outreach. Planned Parenthood and all other abortion providers and supporters don't want anyone to see these pictures. In fact, at our outreaches, when abortion supporters try to cover our signs, we often ask them, "Why are you trying to hide this if this is what you support?" But in fact, abortion supporters try to cover the signs because they are ashamed of what abortion actually is, and they're afraid of people seeing the truth. For the abortion supporter, it's much easier to get behind something radical when they stick to vague euphemisms like choice and women's rights. It is much harder to gain momentum when the movement has been visually exposed as actually killing real human beings. Using abortion victim photography, we have seen countless people change their minds from pro-choice to pro-life. We've even seen pregnant mothers cancel their abortion appointments because of what they've seen and who they've seen on our signs.
I just didn't know what to do, and I was riding past and I seen it, so I know that's God telling me.
Yes.
In his letter to the Ephesians, the Apostle Paul writes, "Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them." We have these photographs, this objective proof that babies are being murdered just like we say they are, so why would we hold this back, not show this visual evidence to those who need the truth? Using these pictures is exposing the unfruitful works of darkness. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below if we convinced you or if you're still hesitant about victim imagery. And if you'd like to use these pictures in your public outreach or sidewalk counseling, you can find them on our website. We'll put the links in the description. Together we can end ageism and end abortion.